Minimum wage is something I do not glamorize and do not romanticize and do not recommend that a person should be working in forever. And I think you already know this. A lot of young people have to start at minimum wage. Most of the time, you do not have generational wealth or you do not have a secure internship. You have to still get by if you're living out of home and doing something, or even if you're at home just to have some extra bucks to at least have some spending money. Or if you're like me, use that money to become closer to your goals. But minimum wage, regardless of what your goal is a starting point for a lot of people. And I've seen a lot of hate towards it, and I completely see why people despise minimum wage so much. I also don't like working minimum wage, but there are some incredible lessons that working a minimum wage job teaches you that are worth noticing. So let's talk about it. Hi, hello, my name is Ash and I talk about money, personal growth, and career development on here. So if you're new, welcome. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you and I hope you gain some great insights from this video. Number one, working minimum wage teaches you the value of time. When you are working in a minimum wage, you know you're getting paid by the hour. You know you're not getting above a certain limit or certain number of money for that hour. And so what you start doing is you start seeing, okay, how much exactly am I gonna get if I work different number of hours? And what you're doing is you're calculating the value of your time currently. How much does it cost me to give my hour? And it's the sunlight, I love this. How much will I earn if I give this hour, for example? And because you are calculating so much and because you realize the value of your time, because you realize how much time just it takes to earn a certain amount of money, you start to value it a little more. You start to value that money. And believe it or not, you're also starting to value your time. You are understanding the value of time because you feel your time costs you. Number two, minimum wage working also makes your spending a little more intentional. When you were young, you always thought that mommy, daddy had a lot of money and you never had to worry about anything. You just never really understood the cost, and which you shouldn't. You're a kid. Be a kid. But now that you started working, you start to see just how much effort and energy and time goes into earning a certain amount of money. So you spend very wisely, especially if you're a person who strives to be financially independent, which I think you are if you're watching this video. You will be very intentional with your money. You'll find ways to make the money work for you. You'll find reasons to prioritize your needs over your wants. And you will continuously learn more about how to spend wisely. This is because you just cannot afford to be careless with your money because there's just very limited money that you're earning right now. And there's so many things that you need to take care of. It really teaches you what to prioritize and what not. If you use that idea of like, okay, earning limited money and working with it, if you master that pinpoint, I think it will be a very, very helpful skill for when you do have incredible wealth. Most of the time you're going to be working so much for a limited amount of money. When you have more money, you'll feel like, okay, what do I do with it? And you'll most likely end up spending on unnecessary things, which is exactly what happened. And I've talked more about it in this video. It'll be somewhere over here. So check it out if you're interested. Number three, and I think this is very yay or nay for people. It really depends on your personality and really depends on how fast you just want to get out of that minimum wage thing. It is directing money with purpose. Money doesn't just disappear. If it hits your bank account, it's up to you where it goes. You are the one leading money's direction. Money is not just going away. Like, trust me, even if it's your bills, even if it's your gas, like, you are directing it. That money could always be used for something else. You could always just, stupid decision, don't do it, lend it out to a stranger, okay? Like, that money could go wherever it wants. You'll have to follow your lead. My point is, whether you're prioritizing investing, you're prioritizing your bills, if you're that person, I'm so proud of you, just a gentle virtual hug. But whether you're the person who's just very busy treating yourself or just meeting all the needs or investing, it's still your decision. It's still your conscious decision. How you move around your money reflects how you see yourself and how important just that ideal life, if you have pictured any, is for you. Meeting bills is something. You don't want to worry about it. So that's the first thing you do. Some people do not make that decision, and that's their direction. That's the path they're choosing, and that reflects their purpose. Number 4, minimum wage. Yes, there's a lot of pressure that, okay, there's just a very certain amount of money I can earn in this certain amount of time. But that exact fact also teaches you the art of being patient. And I know you're gonna come at me like, okay, I don't wanna wait for all that money. But hey, every single thing in life takes time, and earning money is no different. Like, for example, me starting content creation, I am literally putting in the hours right now before I get the paycheck at the end of the month. My subscriber growth is very like low, right? It's very like slow. Now, if I just think like that and stop working, if I'm not patient, I'm gonna stay at that level. I'm only gonna have whatever number of subscribers I have right now and even start losing them because I'm not consistent, because I'm not patient. And same goes with minimum wage working. It's the same concept. I'm putting it into the minimum wage point of view so you can take some positives out of it, because your mindset matters a lot. Every person has had those moments in their job where they're earning 15. You're like, okay, I'm only earning 15. Like, why am I stuck here? What can I do? There's just no way out. What you don't realize is your job, your minimum wage, whatever 800, $1,000 that you get like every 2 weeks, every month, that can be the base point. That could help you build your emergency fund. That could get you started with something. You're not 100% broke. Number 5, minimum wage job gave me clarity. Before I started working, all I wanted was money. I did not care how much it was. I did not care how it came. I did not have an idea of my ideal life plan. All I needed was money, because at that time I was so focused on spending on something. Like, I just wanted to be independent. A lot of us start that way. Some of us start because we have needs to meet, etc. But even then, you realize that the dynamic of earning that money, the way you earn that money is, for example, giving your time, trading your time for money, is not something that I enjoy. And that came for me when I started working a minimum wage job. If you have never been in a situation where you have to trade your time for money, you will not know whether or not it is for you, whether or not if you want it. And yeah, some people are gonna be like, okay, yeah, that's very obvious. I do not want to give my time for money. You really have to know that some people do wish to give their time for money. Some people do want to fight for a greater cause, and money is not their priority. Either way, working in the first place in a minimum wage job taught me that it is not for me, and I want to grow my wealth in a way where I do not have to trade my time for money. And that's my personal opinion. You may not know where you want to be or what you want in life, but you know what you don't want in life, and that helps a lot. Number 6, mindset is wealth too. Okay, I'm working minimum wage. Someone out there, and I'm not putting them down because everyone's learning journey is different, but someone out there still thinks that I just need to continuously putting in more hours. I want to work the hours that I'm working, the same hours, and use the rest of the hours that I do not earn the money and put them into something that will grow me money without me needing to be there. 2 different people working in the similar jobs, completely different mindsets. That's what it does. Even if you're in minimum wage, that is not an excuse for your mindset. Whatever kind of mindset it is literally on you to grow out of that poverty mindset, to grow out of that straightforward mindset and think like wealthy people do. And you can 100% do it even when you're working a minimum wage. Maybe I shouldn't have used myself an example. I should have used someone else. Just putting things in perspective. So, disclaimer. That was just a little bit about minimum wage, and I know that there's a lot of hate about it. Again, I do not romanticize minimum wage. I'm not saying that you can be a millionaire for minimum wage, but what I am saying is you can use the concepts that you're learning, the things that you're learning about yourself, working a minimum wage, to grow out of that situation and do something better for yourself. Go a step ahead. If you do not like it, look at the positives that it's teaching you and use that for a better area of your life. I'm hoping that this video gave you the insights that I meant to pass on, and that's all for this video. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye bye.